So minor tips for actually doing your cardio in the morning. Well, I'm lucky because my apartment has a gym, so I literally crawl out of bed, put my stuff on that's lying beside my bed, put my hat on, hoodie, start walking, and I do not look at my phone until I'm on the cardio equipment I'm using, so I can check all my notifications, all Instagram feed then, and B, the night before I've downloaded an episode of Netflix, because that is clutch. So my only secret is just making sure you have a lot of crap to do on your phone, because that's what's gonna kill the time. And I'm not gonna lie, every day is a struggle for me to actually get in there and do cardio. I drag myself out of bed because I hate it. I'll never be a cardio bunny. Even right now, I'm half asleep, my face is always puffy, and I'm like, ugh. What's up, YouTube? So just finished cardio, ate breakfast, and today is kind of a chore day. So I'm literally just finally cleaning some stuff up, doing the dishes, garbage. You know, I promised I'd keep you guys updated on the diet, so it changed a little bit. Breakfast, the only thing that changed was one piece of bread came out, so that's kind of sad. And a full egg. So I only get one whole egg in the morning and 3 pieces of toast, but also second meal added in now is fish. So I know I don't like fish. Well, I learned to like it, but I have tips on how I cook it, which I will share. So I'm cooking tilapia, I believe it is, and I've been using this salmon Clubhouse. It's for salmon, but I mean it tastes pretty good. It's a good spice. I just throw that on as it's going. And I started off on really high heat. I just get it cooked on the sides, and I also put lemon on it. But the main thing I do, because I don't like fish, is I chop it up like this. You're pretty much just making ground fish as you would ground turkey. I literally mash it up until it's like completely destroyed, and as I'm doing that, that's when I put the lemon in. So just literally cover it in some good old lemon. I don't know why that's a thing, but whenever you go places, you get lemon on your fish and it tastes good, so I fuck with it, you know? But yeah, so pretty much just mash it all up, and I like to burn it a little bit. I call it blackened tilapia by Sebum, and just high heat, mash it up. Then I mix that in with rice in this meal. So I have my thing in the fridge. It's 225 white fish, 200 rice, and some veggies. So I put peas, rice, and then the mashed up fish, and I just jumble it all together. A little soy sauce, a little more lemon. We're good to go. And there's the final product. 220 fish, I can't even remember, 200 white rice, and a random amount of peas. So I was mid-chores and quickly realized that my face needed the cleanup, so I had to trim the beard. I left a little goatee kind of thing almost. Trimmed the sides short and kept it a little bit longer here. I kind of have a constant battle every time I try and grow my beard out that I want a really long beard, but I never suck it up to get it that long. And whenever it starts to get long, it gets all like greasy and like goes all in different ways and Velcro-y, I guess people call it. I don't know, just grimy. So I always have like a shitty beard for 2 weeks, and then I trim it, have a nice one for a week, and just go back and forth. But the diet face is slowly coming in, so diet face means shorter beard. But other than that, house is kind of clean now. Actually made the bed even, sweep the floors. Kind of clean enough for me now. But my sister is back in town from Tampa. She just was at the Tampa Pro, so she won first place against 53 figure competitors. We're gonna head over there and have her talk about it, but keep changing the light. But yeah, no buts. We're going over there and gonna congratulate her That's fucking insane. So happy for her. Let's get over there. It is so hot. I don't know why I wore a long sleeve.
Road to redemption, Malcolm West set the whole nation standing at attention. As long as
Hi. Congratulations. So we're here with the Canadian power couple, Melissa and Iain. What's up, guys? Melissa just got back from Tampa off a win. Yes. So how'd that feel, Melissa?
Unreal, like literally unreal. I really honestly didn't expect to win. I obviously wanted to win, and I'd like to say that I believed that I could win, but I absolutely didn't. The lineup was massive. There was 51 of us, and as soon as I saw how big the lineup was, I was like, okay, well, we just got to get that top 5 and kind of stay in that top 3 position with my points to qualify for the O, and that was the goal. And
I mean, one thing that's got to make you feel really good too is when there's that many girls getting lost in a crowd, especially when all the physiques are so good. I mean, like, it's not like this was a lineup of, 5 really good girls and then like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th call out were just like slouches. I mean, this was a deep lineup back to like 4th, 5th call out that was really good girls. So
there's 50 people. It's
exactly.
Gonna be a deep lineup.
Exactly. So
yeah,
I mean,
at least like
it just goes to show the quality of your physique, especially when you can stand out in a lineup of 51 girls and still come through as a winner there. So I mean, it really speaks to how good you look there.
Yeah, I was just honestly really hoping that I would stand out and that they would notice me. And
I mean, especially for the final show before going into the Olympia. Mm-hmm. Steve Weinberger being the head judge.
I mean, and one thing
that got their eyes on you right now.
Yeah. One thing that's good too is looking at how she looked at this show. I think me and her can both look at it objectively and know that there's a lot of things that we could have improved. Obviously she looked fantastic and did win this, but I mean, she flew in late, and we only carved her up for one day just to play it safe because we didn't want her eating while she was flying. So I mean, on stage her conditioning was perfect, but she was a little on the flat side, which in certain poses, especially from the back through her glutes and hams, does make her look a little stringy because she doesn't have a ton of mass there. So things like this, we follow the same kind of regime we did there, but feed her a little more. I mean, get her to pop a lot more. I think will make her stand out even more so in a lineup like the Olympia. So
I gotta admit, that was, of all the shows I've had confidence that she was gonna win going in, but this was the one I didn't. And she won it.
Honestly, I didn't even either. I mean, I'm always the
hardest show.
I'm always the person that we're
the two most biased guys here.
Yeah, I'm not. You guys have seen me work with clients. I never toot people's horns. Like, I'll tell someone straight to their face, like, I don't think you're ready for a show, or that to set their expectations realistically. I don't.
He tells me that 1 week out from the Olympia, I'm not ready.
and I honestly go into a lot of shows with Melissa, and telling her, like, I think this is one you can win. And before the show, I mean, I never said it because she didn't need to win it, so I didn't want to put the pressure on her. But even looking at the lineup, when you see 50 girls, I mean, it's so hard to get noticed in that. And there was some girls in this, like Natalia Soltero and Michelle, who beat Melissa twice in the this year already.
A week before.
Yeah, she won LA a week before and beat her in Vancouver, placing 2nd in Vancouver. So and Natalia has won 2 or 3 shows and placed well at the Arnold, been to the Olympia a few times. So I mean, these were serious competitors, this front group of girls. So I mean, when you see names like that, obviously you immediately in your head, especially I'm sure Melissa did and we did as well, not to be mean, but obviously automatically place her behind that just to protect yourself, right? Just be like, okay,
realistic.
Yeah. If things are, how they usually go, okay, she'll be 3rd, maybe 4th place, and that's good enough, qualifies her on points, and we can all do the Olympia together. So, when you come away with a win, you surpass, I'm sure, her own expectations as well as ours, and, it makes it that much more rewarding of a win for sure. So.
And what was the favorite thing that you ate down there in Florida post show?
Oh, for sure. These things called, I think they were called dachos at a restaurant called Dats. And they were like very thinly sliced potatoes that were like made crispy like chips. And then obviously loaded with like cheese and guacamole. And I think there was like pulled chicken or something. I don't know. It was so good.
Deadly.
So kind of like nachos, but with thin sliced potatoes.
Yeah, it was like the potatoes, and then I ate so much of them that I couldn't even really eat a main, so I had to get a
Like the
salad.
spice-
Appetizers
Like the,
post show are
like the
always best.
spicy die cut chips at the Works, but not spicy.
Yes, but not spicy,
Yeah.
and like better, just cooked better.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah, sometimes at the Works they'll be soggy and some will be super crispy
Oh,
and they're
and
perfect.
we also got an appetizer at this place that was called Monkey Pull-Apart Bread. That was basically like a big cinnamon bun doused in like,
Oh, deadly.
but like it was weird because it was a starter, and you like,
I've heard of monkey bread.
but you don't really want to eat that as a starter, so I had a few pieces. But
Yeah.
it's more like a dessert, but that was really good too. The restaurant in general was good.
Most of the group foodie, so whenever we travel, she's all over Nar City or
she
Yelp, whatever.
researches for hours
Researches
before.
all day,
Man,
weeks before going.
man, anytime you go to a city, just go on Instagram and type in like Tampa foodie, and I swear you find the best restaurants ever under those hashtags, and you can just mash after the show. Someone has to organize it, okay? If not, we would never do anything.
We already are always
We always get
unorganized, but it helps.
It always ends up okay though.
Oh,
Vancouver was good.
yeah, but I planned the shit out of that.
No, that place that we ended up going was kind of last minute.
Oh, that's true.
So Ian,
Yeah.
how does it feel coming off your win in Spain? Would you say that was a 2-year work in progress or longer?
I mean,
Longer, but like a 2-year prep almost.
yeah, I mean, it was, you know, after I did Indianapolis at the beginning of the year and saw how I looked there, and with a few tweaks, I knew I was, you know, at the level and ready to win a show. So, I mean, if it had taken, you know, 1 show, 10 shows, 20 shows, I mean, if I hadn't qualified for the Olympia, I would have kept doing post-Olympia shows until I did. I mean, it was just, my mind was there, and my body was there, and I was going to do everything it took to qualify for an Olympia this year. So, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, I don't think it's really set in yet until I'm there and kind of, you know, in that. I mean, both of you guys have been to the Olympia, so you kind of know what to expect, and, you know, to be in that atmosphere. For me, this is all new, and I mean, I've been competing for, I mean, literally 10 years almost now, so, you know, it's been something that obviously is, you know, kind of the bucket list, you know, thing as a bodybuilder to qualify for that, right? So, you know, it's something I don't even know really how to describe it. Like, it's not even like I'm not even excited because it's like kind of like
You don't know what it is.
I don't even know what it is. It's so new and
Yeah, but you know what happens? Like, I remember last year when I qualified and I was 10 weeks out, and like when you're 10 weeks out, you're like, oh my god, like what's happening? And the closer you got, I think I remember texting Christopher at like 2 weeks out and be like, yo, in 2 weeks we're gonna be like standing on the biggest stage, and you start to like, oh my god, it fires you
Holy
up so
shit.
much. You get so lit. It's just amazing.
yeah. I mean, and thinking of, you know, obviously, you know, I'm there to be competitive. I don't want to just like look at this as, oh, I'm happy to be there.
made it, that's
yeah,
enough.
like obviously I am just happy to be there, but like, do I want to, like, will I be upset if I'm dead last? Yeah, of course. You know, I want to be there and I want to be competitive as much as I can. I'm going to treat this as if any show that I want to win. You know, but when I think of, you know, the guys that I've looked up to, I'm still a pretty young guy. So, you know, there's guys like, you know, Dexter Jackson, Phil Heath, and these guys that, you know, have been at the top of their game as long as I've been competing. You know, that I get to share the stage with them is obviously pretty surreal. So, you know, stuff like that, you know, to maybe even just to stand next to them for a second in a call out and, you know, be destroyed but be compared, you know.
Even pumping up with some backstage.
Exactly. Just to see
see
this caliber of physique and, you know that, you know, I earned my spot to be there the same as they did is kind of cool, you know. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Because those who don't know, Ian took 2 years off competing after
18
his
months.
after his first year of competing as a pro.
Second year.
Second year is competing as a pro.
Yeah.
So that's what it takes to be a fucking big boy and be competitive. It was no rush. It was fucking guy literally was the most consistent human being ever.
Oh my god, like
So,
world's
like,
long,
I mean-
actual world's longest prep. Because
To give it some, yeah.
people think of prep as just like getting ready for a show, but Ian's life is prep. Like
Like clean food for the 2 years, but like retarded amounts. Like
Never
people, you
miss
think
a
you eat a
meal.
lot, you don't.
I think
and not consistently.
This is something that I preach a lot to my clients, especially, I get people coming to me at, 12 weeks out from a show. They want to work for the show together, which great. And then after the show, they dick off for the off season. They come back the next year, prep with me, and then they're upset that they look the exact same as last year. But it's like, where were you that other 8 months of the year? And, were you holding yourself accountable? Were you treating that off season the same as you were treating your prep? And I think that's something that really separates, especially, once it, in the men's open where, muscle is king, right? And muscle takes time, and it takes time to develop, and it takes time to mature. And for me, since I turned pro, I was prepping every year. I turned pro in 2014. I competed in 2015. I had a reasonably good rookie season, and then my second year, we just couldn't quite get it right. So after that, I was like, okay, we need to go back to the drawing board. So I treated that 18 months between then as if I was prepping. I mean, it was every day. I ate my meals consistently, diet food, slowly increasing calories. My training was on point, and it obviously made a world of difference when you treat it as seriously all year round as you do during a prep, right? Because it's not just a 3-month thing for a prep. It has to be a full year thing, especially when it comes to putting on quality muscle, right? So,
and clearly it all paid off, because fucking completely different human on stage. Me and Melissa were sitting in crowd at Indy when he first came out, and we were both, I'd seen him training and stuff, never really posing, but I was shook.
It's also like 18 months where you saw me like multiple times a week and you don't see the difference.
But I mean that on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'd seen you 2 years before on stage, and how it translated onto stage, exactly.
Especially onto people, yeah.
It's next to the other.
Like you're always gonna look
big
huge
boys,
beside
right?
us, but yeah, on stage with other pros, making them look small.
Yeah, because I mean, conditioning. We always had known conditioning was a strong point for me. So no matter what show I showed up at, I would always be one of the leaner guys. But especially in 2016 when I think my body was just tired, and I was showing up looking smaller every show. And by the, I think, Vancouver Pro, I was probably 230 pounds. And especially when I stepped up there, I was the leanest guy, but it didn't matter because I was so much smaller than everyone that I just got lost in that mix completely. So I added 20 pounds of solid stage weight in that 2 years. So
yeah, in Indy though, I feel like me and Christopher looked at each other and we were just like what the
who is this human?
Yeah, like
what is this human?
Yeah.
It's just a transformation where it's like unexplainable.
Yeah.
So that's our little spiel. We're at the gym, going in to train. When you ask how I stay motivated all the time, pretty fucking easy with a crew like this. So, time to go train legs. Let's get it. So, quick things, kind of on the rehab of my knee since post leg day, and I had a crazy quad pump. But as some of you guys know, I've been going to see this guy Iain for deep tissue, RMT, kind of fascia release work done on my legs, mainly around my knee. It's whole body, but I've been focusing on my knee a lot obviously for my injuries and whatnot. And because I was traveling and out of town for so long, I wasn't able to see him for a few weeks, and I almost forgot how good it was. And then I went in there, and I'll relay some of the clips here. I filmed some of it, but my leg training's been a lot better. Barely any pain. I've been pushing through it, but the pumps I've been getting have been pretty lacking. I haven't been feeling like my legs were gonna burst by the end of the workout. But 2 days ago, before this leg workout, we went in, and this is what you're seeing now. He kind of scraped the shit out of my legs, opened everything up, and I know there's some talk that deep tissue fascia release, it doesn't do anything, but I shit you not, I had the most savage pump I've had in a while. This workout, we didn't film it, but we only really did 3 exercises. We did squats and then leg press, 1 leg press, and then hack squat, and my legs were pumped and absolutely destroyed. So if you're in the Ottawa area, I'll link Iain down below and you can go see him. If not, find someone who does the same similar work, kind of fascia release, deep tissue, and Graston is another technique that they use, and I say it's helped me a lot. And definitely compared to training legs 5 days ago, compared to training it today, had a crazy quad pump, so highly recommended.